Have you ever imagined yourself escaping the clutches of a cold-blooded killer? Facing a horrifying truth, a woman managed to escape from the hands of a serial killer after 14 lives had already been taken. This story is not from a horror novel, but real events that actually happened. Let's step into the story of a ruthless murderer and the brave woman who defied fate. The story begins in a small, peaceful town in the western part of Shandong Province, China. The first body was found on a cold morning at the end of winter in an abandoned house near a desolate forest. The locals noticed a strange foul smell, and when the police came to investigate, they discovered the body of a woman bound tightly, her body covered in bruises from being beaten and showing signs of strangulation. This discovery was the beginning of a series of crimes that shocked the entire nation. The perpetrator, according to investigators, was a man named Lu Zhihong. He used to work as a construction worker, and no one suspected that behind his ordinary appearance was a cold-blooded killer. Over the course of more than 3 years, he kidnapped and killed a total of 14 women, all of whom were from remote villages and lived in difficult circumstances. He took advantage of their isolation, luring them with promises of jobs and a better life, then taking them to abandoned houses where he carried out his brutal acts. The victims' bodies were found scattered in various locations within and outside the province. Each time someone went missing, the victims' families would report to the police, but the leads were vague and almost impossible to connect. Until one stormy night, a woman managed to escape from the hell that Lu Zhihong had created. Her name was Lin Mai, and she was abducted by Lu while on her way home after working in the fields. Lin was held captive in a rundown house in the mountains, her hands and feet tied, and her mouth gagged. After days of living in fear and pain, Lin took advantage of an opportunity when Lu left to get food. She freed herself, climbed out of a window, and ran through the night in the rain, crossing slippery roads and deserted hills. Lin not only escaped from Lu Zhihong, but also brought hope to the families searching for their missing loved ones. After Lin escaped, she reported to the police and led them to the site where she was held captive. From there, the police followed the clues and quickly launched a manhunt for Lu Zhihong. He was captured at a small motel on the outskirts, where he was hiding and preparing for his next escape. When arrested, Lu showed no remorse. Instead, he looked at the investigators with empty, cold eyes. The investigation revealed that Lu Zhihong had meticulously planned each abduction and murder, carefully documenting the victims as a way to satisfy himself. The case ended with Lu being sentenced to death, but the pain he caused the victims' families and the haunting memory of the serial killings still lingers.